Hi, I'm Chris Pollock and welcome back. Now that you've seen the clip of the rolling pin sander in action, let's take a look at it a little bit closer and then we'll get into how I build it. I just completed this one, and like I said, let's take a closer look at it. And so here we have it. Fairly simple looking and fairly simple to make if you have the proper tools and a turning jig, which you would have to make to do it. But let's first go over the roller's made from maple, handles made from walnut, 3/8 shaft goes all the way through steel. On the end, the shaft is threaded and there is a 3/8 locking nut. It has the nylon in the back to lock it on. Between here and the handle is a nylon washer, and also between the handle and the roller is a nylon washer. 2 pins are drilled through 1/8 inch, and a pin is driven through the shaft to have the roller adhere to the shaft. The difficult part to building it is getting the shaft centered in the roller. Once you drill your hole through your wood, if the shaft isn't centered, you'll have run out and it'll wobble and bounce and it will be unusable. You don't want to be taking it to the side of a guitar because it'll just put little dings and dents all over it. I'll chuck it up and you can see how this spins. Here I have it chucked up in my drill, and you can see there's no run out. Now to achieve that, I made a turning jig. This is the turning jig. It doesn't have to be made out of aluminum. My first one was made from MDF, but it's basically just a box with a slot where the router goes into and rides to and fro. This shaft is made from a 3/8 drill rod, which is a really nice, straight, polished type of steel rod. It's called drill rod. It has 2 flats on it. That's where the set screws will go through the wood and keep it adhered to the shaft while the shaft spins. But basically, you take once the stock is drilled out, you put it in there and then mount it into the jig and go ahead and route across it and it'll turn it. First off, you start out with some 2x2 stock, and I 45'd all the corners, marked the center line, and I'll drill it through with a 3/8 inch drill. I also have a shorter piece. This is 7 7/8 because that's what fits in my jig. This is 6 inches. That'll be the handle later. First thing I do is spot drill the center. Then I take the spud drill out and change that to a 3/8 bit. Next I'll change that bit to a longer bit. Now I have it changed out to my longer bit and my table adjusted. We'll drill it all the way through. And once that's drilled all the way through, remove this bit and put a V bit, which is a little bit bigger than the 3/8. V bit installed, I'll simply open up the hole. And I'll just hold that by hand manually. One side, and then the other side. Now with the 630, number 36 drill bit, I'll drill 2 places in the block, and then I'll tap them out later to a 632 screw. That will be for the set screw. With my 632 tap in the drill, I'll simply tap out the hole. Done deal. So I'll install the set screws in. And install it into the jig. Then it's a matter of setting the router bit to depth. I have the router and the vacuum connected up on a foot switch. Pass had been made, depending how straight your thing was, as you can see that I didn't drill the hole too straight. We have to go back and keep taking more passes, taking a little down each time. I start at this end because if it catches it right, it'll turn it. You saw it'll spin it, so you just don't take off too much. Just crank it down a little bit and then go at it again.